It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith.
Alrighty then, good morning everyone.
Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Phoenix Suns.
Continuing.
For the Suns, it's been all about winning games right now. They're enjoying a better winning percentage to this point than
Thomas Patrick.
we saw last season.
Trying to get into the starting lineup for moving forward.
And the front lines for both teams tonight,
season,
powerful, explosive.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Stay tuned.
Game is
coming up.
Well, the more versatile, the better. But it's more about skill and brute strength. You know I'm about skill and brute strength. I was the most skillful and brutally strong guy ever to play the game.
That's right, you are brutal.
What's so funny?
That, front court guys need to change ends. That's what's funny to me, Shaq. Nothing else. I just tell you right now, nothing else is funny to me.
You want me to show you how strong I am? I'll flip this table over right now.
I believe you could. I believe you could.
What you looking at, Ernie?
Not much.
Oh, all right.
It's on. It's on.
I see Ernie.
And here's Kevin Harlan. Here's Kevin Harlan.
I'll see you in the locker room, Ernie.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
So, going to a basic jump shot. I think jump shot 17. If not, we'll go back to the first test because, yeah, still can't find my shots.
On the road and hungry for a win against a Western Conference rival, the San Antonio Spurs are ready for this one to get started. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. To take a look at the Suns, they are one of the few undefeated teams at this point of the new NBA season, with a 7-0 record. Tremendous play.
And right now for Phoenix, they've looked very solid here to start the season. What's surprised me the most is just how much confidence this group is playing with.
They really do look like they came to the belief that they belong in the conversation among the best teams in the league.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, thanks very much. Now, after college, AI spent some time in the Chinese Basketball League. He found himself and built confidence there, and he was successful there when he played. And you know plenty of players in that league will now try to follow his path. Guys?
David, thank you for that. From all accounts, he was a solid member of that Shanghai team.
Yeah, and for undrafted players, there are now a handful of options to get into the NBA beyond the draft, the G League, and also playing overseas.
In the early going here, Doris, we're already seeing a continued trend, putting 5 guys on the floor who can hit the face-up jumper.
Well, this is the new age in the NBA. The floor spacing is incredible because when you've got 5 face-up guys, all of whom can put the ball on the deck, all of whom can shoot, it creates so many driving lanes. And the origin of this, to me, goes back to the last Spurs NBA championship. It was such pretty basketball, the movement, the flow. That, to me, was the starting point for all this.
Team's kind of playing outside in, and it's fun to watch the change. All fueled up. Here's Aldridge. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there.
Now here's Murray. 7-point differential. Gay passes to Aldridge. It's blocked.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim. And racing up the court, you have a number of options and a great decision there.
I love how he took the initiative, right? You took charge of the opportunity and made the right decision.
So it's the Spurs now. The Suns getting the bucket. Aldridge kicks to DeRozan. And there's the pass to Young. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
AI with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. To the inside, Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Impressive at using the pick and roll. Ayton slips well to the basket after setting that screen.
San Antonio leading by 6. Young outside. Fires at the elbow. It doesn't go for him. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
And guys, we often hear the argument offense is the best defense, and that was the case for them.
Well, you can't really argue when they're executing like that. It was really perfect offense.
For the Suns, certainly a lot of chemistry questions, from coaching changes to unhappy players wanting out. Doris, how do they turn it around?
Well, you know this, Kevin. Organizations that win have great ownership and then great front office personnel. But the bottom line is it's about collecting great individual talent in the NBA, because this is a players' league, Kevin.
Free throw good, Booker.
Yeah, and this is really what you love about Devin Booker. He gets to the free throw line at a high rate and hits a high percentage.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Ayton. Jackson comes in for T.J. Warren, and it's Bridges in for Kelly Oubre. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Aldridge. Bertans comes in for Rudy Gay. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Murray. And Derek White subbed in for Young.
Well, this is where DeMar DeRozan proves he is the real deal. Not only a skilled scorer, skilled at finding his teammates as well.
Now, here's AI. Holmes passes to Patrick. Back to Holmes. Jackson kicks to AI. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Philadelphia. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
You know, for the Suns, they have just done a magnificent job of building chemistry. Higher on this list than many people expected. One of the great stories thus far.
Now here's Booker. 14 points from him the last game against Oklahoma City. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. San Antonio leading by 8. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his first foul. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Devin Booker. Off the inbound. Here's DeRozan. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Suns. And Crawford with the basket on the assist by AI.
That's an example of great communication. He knows the spot to get to, and the pass is waiting for him.
San Antonio's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. And here's White. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
AI dishes to Jackson. 2 points, that one goes. Jackson's got his first 2 points of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Last outing for San Antonio, it was a loss to Sacramento.
You know, a poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Right, there has to be some sort of consistent effort to generate quality shots. It seemed to me they thought they were going to come easily.
San Antonio leading by 4. Here's Patrick. No good off the back of the rim. DeRozan against Crawford. DeRozan passes to White. Spurs passing it around. Shot clock at 5. Here's DeRozan. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And sometimes in that hostile environment, it is hard to stay true to who you are. But give them credit, they did, especially on offense.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, a testament to how level-headed this group is. Nice job executing on the offensive end of the floor.
To the middle, it's deflected. Holmes with the steal. Feeds to Bridges. It's good. This game is all even. Bridges has got 6.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
They're having trouble stopping this run.
And the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds on them.
That's one way to do it. DeRozan shows off his aerial skills with the firm finish.
Here's AI after the basket by San Antonio. In transition, here come the Spurs. Forbes the pass to Bertans. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
So it's San Antonio now. The Suns getting the bucket. And DeRozan kicks to White. Pass to Forbes. DeRozan surveying the D. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Boy, this guy has been transcended this quarter. Something really lit a fire underneath this guy.
Here's Patrick on the wing, Jamal Crawford. But he stays with it. And that's a foul called on Davis Bertans. That's his first foul. Mills, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. AI in the post, covered by Mills. Jackson passes to Patrick, down to 5 on the shot clock. The Suns have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. The first one falls. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's DeRozan, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul against Phoenix.
This is, Kevin, to me, a special ability to draw fouls, and that's one of the things that sets DeRozan apart. We see him work these angles, get the call all the time.
Both free throws good from DeRozan. Here's Holmes. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for the San Antonio Spurs. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. Back to the action after this word. Devin Booker talks about the great intangibles of his young teammate Josh Jackson.
Plays super hard. He does everything out there. His instincts are incredible. I've never seen anything like it. Just defensively and offensively, just knows where to be at the right time, gets his hands on a lot of loose balls.
A nice swing pairing for sure. Booker providing offense and Greg Jackson known for his defense.
And a young team hungry for improvement. Kevin, they're both looking to be a big part of that.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
I mean, they just got hot early from beyond the arc, and we'll just have to wait and see if they can keep that going.
You just try to keep riding this wave, right? They've been absolutely dominant from three-point territory.
We've got Richaun Holmes, Crawford out there with Jackson. Then it's AI, and it's Daniels, and at the shooting guard. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. A player who can calm down a team in a very interesting intersection in a game is a valued commodity. And Doris, you see a lot of these players every game in the league that have that quality.
You do, and you could go across any number of organizations. I would begin with Chris Paul, who has the ability to hit big shots, either on his own ability to break a defender down or to find the right person to create that opportunity. Sean Livingston of the Golden State Warriors and Andre Iguodala of the Golden State Warriors are two what I like to call stabilizers. And then the other great guy, of course, we have to include him in every conversation, is LeBron James, because he can dictate the outcome of a game on a possession-by-possession basis.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The Suns have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. And the Spurs now in the post-Kawhi Leonard era of the franchise. Greg, how do they recover, do you think?
If any team can survive losing a player of Kawhi's caliber, it's got to be the Spurs. They have good depth, got a good return in the trade, and players will step up. Won't be the power they once were for a while, but they'll rebound in no time.
Lock it 2. And it's DeRozan missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Well, the defense paying no attention at all to him, and all he can do is throw up a brick. Ouch.
Now here's DeRozan. 14 points for him. He kicks to White. Pass to Mills for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Mills has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Suns have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. To the inside. Hurdle with the steal. 3 on 3. Here's DeRozan. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. Here's White. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Takes the 3. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Crawford.
Well, I'll tell you, he is showing strides in improving the passing aspect of his game. Josh Jackson, pretty look there.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Patrick passes to Jackson, and he gets the bucket. Jackson's got 4 this quarter.
Well, this guy is developing more and more of an interior game, and I like watching Josh Jackson convert this close to the cup.
San Antonio's gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. And Jackson with the block. Here's Pertinis, the offensive rebound. White, left side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Bertans. Off target from three-point range. The Suns have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. White drives in. Mills in the corner. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, they've been playing some tough defense on him in this period, and it's starting to affect him. This guy's having trouble finding the target right now.
Now, here's AI. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Here's White.
Nice adjustment there, going to the full court press, trying to ratchet up the pressure here a little bit.
Here's DeRozan. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And that one drops. And now it's a 3-point Suns lead.
Yeah, I mean, he's been orchestrating all game at a high level.
It's just so great to see ball movement like this, and he is excellent at getting his teammates involved.
San Antonio calls timeout. Doors are seeing a lot of movement on the offensive side of the ball, a lot of screening, a lot of movement, obviously, without the ball. Does that require more awareness, not only on the offensive side to make those moves, but also defensively?
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. One of the most important things you can do if you're an excellent defensive team is you start with communication. So as that action starts, the movement and the screening, are the teammates talking? Screen coming right, screen coming left. Do we want to trap the screen? Do we want to make sure the ball gets out of a certain player's hands? Communication in this day and age against motion offenses has got to be at the top of the list defensively.
Well said. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Ayton, he's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Warren comes in for Jackson. Oubre's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Booker in for Daniels. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Purdy. Gay comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Murray's checked in for White. Young is subbed in for Patty Mills.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and the dunk caps it off.
Yeah, run your offense with that kind of precision. Not much anyone can do to stop it.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up. Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Spurs trail by 5. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
No coverage that time. 7 points for AI.
You know, for a first guy early in his career, Booker's been tremendous finding the open man.
Young outside. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Guys, that's number 2 on him, and they do not need him to sit right away, but one more foul before the half, and he'll be headed to the bench.
Now, here's Aldridge. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game.
That's as good a look as he's going to get beyond the arc, but there are no sure things from that range, even for him.
Warren, good.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. 9-point game. Inside. Here's Aldridge. They need this. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Booker. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
He's made one and missed one so far in the game. The Spurs making a switch here. Forbes checked in. Free throw good, Booker.
And didn't shoot it all that well from the line in the first quarter. Doing a much better job now in the second, up over 80%.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
But, Greg, no resistance, right? They're allowing them to get any kind of shot they want close. That simply can't happen.
And with the break in the action, let's look at the stats for Rudy Gay. He's averaging 11 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
I think they need more consistency from him, and they're getting it. Look for this to continue. I love it.
It's deflected.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Well, with Kawhi Leonard gone, a new era for the Spurs. Even with the addition of DeMar DeRozan, San Antonio looks to be entering their most significant rebuild in decades.
Yeah, but at least they were able to get a star in DeRozan. Now, I would call it more of a reload than a rebuild for the Spurs. Still a lot of talent to work with on that roster.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shot.
And he makes the first.
Well, things could not have been worse for the Phoenix Suns a year ago. They were the worst offense and the worst defense in the NBA. Boy, you guys talk about struggling. That's the very definition.
And both free throws good for AI. And you look at the stats for the Suns last season, Doris, not many bright spots.
Right, Kevin, I think this is an organization that throws the stats out. They are looking at building from the ground up. There are so many areas to address. The first is the acquisition of great NBA talent.
And they're just dominating on both ends. And it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
Now here's Murray. No points in the game yet for him. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. For the finish, here's Patrick. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 5 assists tonight.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Young. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
Really, he exposed a lot of seams in the defense with his passing, too. That assist total was impressive.
Here's Gay. That shot, no good. Nice D from Warren. To the inside, Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
Now, here is Young. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. Kicks to Forbes. Dishes to Aldridge. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. T.J. Warren picks one up. And many thought LaMarcus Aldridge was on a downswing in his career, but boy, were they wrong.
You know, Aldridge silenced a lot of critics with his play last season. I mean, in a league that has very few great low-post players, he demonstrated he's still one of the best. Has so many moves and tricks in his game, and when he gets the ball down low, the defense really has very little to do with it.
free throw, no good. And the league last season, Doris, looking to tighten up on the traveling calls. I think that's a... And so it's the Phoenix Suns sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the main issue during the first half?
We didn't make shots.
Thank you for that insightful analysis, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Oh, well, they've done it.
AI is checked in for Phoenix. Spurs also with the sub. White, he's checked in for DeJounte Murray. Spurs trail by 21 on the court for San Antonio. Gay and Aldridge are up front. White is out there with Young. And it's DeRozan in at the small forward.
And I like the energy of Gay, especially inside. He's incredible at getting to his spots in the paint.
And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. AI dishes to Warren.
You know, you can't take Young lightly on defense. He's reliable at keeping pace with his man.
And it's slammed in by Young.
And that's really the change in our game. It's the overall athletic ability. I love those point guards that can throw it down.
Well, you've talked about that. That's a dose of the modern NBA, Greg. That kind of aerial ability isn't limited now to just the front court anymore.
That's exactly right.
That's the point, guys. When your lead playmaker can get to the rim like that and convert, monster advantage.
Aldridge's shot is good.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Suns leading by 17. Patrick passes to Warren. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Well, I love that T.J. Warren is staying aggressive on the offensive end. Be in attack mode.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. After this one, they take on the Clippers at the Staples Center. And that'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Here's White. It's hauled in by the Suns. Warren's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
The Spurs have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Young passes to White. Gay can't hit.
His high percentage shot right at the rim, and he's wondering what happened.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Oubre, and it's Troy Daniels in for Devin Booker. Bertanis, he's checked in for San Antonio. Mills comes in for Young. Free throw good, AI. San Antonio's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. And the basket by DeRozan.
Boy, the score would look a lot different if his teammates could have had the kind of night he's had.
Here's Patrick. He feeds it to Warren. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Warren's got 4 points now in the quarter.
It's about all you can do as a defender. Warren's just that talented and has that kind of focus when necessary.
Outside, White. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Phoenix on defense. DeRozan finds Mills. Tipped away. Here's Aldridge. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And some great passing here so far. Let's check out this chart that breaks down where the assists have been coming from for the Suns.
This backcourt is really shouldering the load in terms of the ball movement and great assists. When you look at the overall contributions compared to the bigs, nice work on distributing the ball.
That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. The Suns have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Here's Patrick. He dishes it to Warren. Kicks it out to Crawford. Another possession, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Outside, White. Now here is Aldridge. Defense right on him. Outside, White. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from the line. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
For San Antonio, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. Outside, White. Lets a floater go, and it's Daniels with the rebound.
Challenging the shot has almost the same effect as blocking it.
No doubt, especially when the shooter knows that a defender is draped all over him. That kind of activity alters shots.
And White kicks to Mills. The good-looking shot from the wing. Mills has got his second bucket tonight.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
You simply can't give him that. You have to fight through the screen and at least get a hand in the face of the shooter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Right side, White. Pass to DeRozan. Fires from the wing. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
Well, we know this about DeMar DeRozan. The mid-range has always been a special part of his game. And, boy, you do not want to let him start to cook from there.
Now here's Crawford, covered by Mills. Chance now to check out the NBA's most efficient scorers. You take a look at Ayton, a great player, 2nd in the league. And, of course, Holmes.
You can't say enough about these two guys shooting this season. Both their percentages, just incredible stuff.
Free throw good. Crawford. Phoenix making some changes. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Ayton. Jackson comes in for T.J. Warren, and it's Bridges in for Daniels. San Antonio also making some changes. Pirtle, he's checked in for Aldridge. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Patty Mills.
I'll tell you, he takes the window of opportunity and delivers a nice pass into the post.
And last summer, after 9 terrific seasons in Toronto, DeMar DeRozan traded to San Antonio.
And guys, you have to feel for the sudden change for DeRozan. Gave Toronto some of their best years. At the same time, happy that DeRozan has gone to an organization that has proven success over the years.
I think I can make the case that DeMar DeRozan finishes through contact like a big man. This guy is tremendous at end-one opportunities.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Crawford passes to Patrick. And stolen by White. Up and in on the layup. White's got his first bucket in this one.
Causing turnovers really gives you an advantage.
Well, it makes things easier for sure, Greg. Their activity on the defensive end is what caused that steal.
AI outside, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's the Spurs now. San Antonio's gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. White drives in. There's the pass to Bertans. Back to White. It's deflected. Pirtle kicks to Bertans. Here's White. Offline with his 3.
Yeah, tough for them to bounce back when he's shooting like this. He's been off all period.
San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Passes it to Bertans. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Forbes. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And so Crawford will bring it up for Phoenix. And another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. DeRozan against Crawford. Outside DeRozan. He kicks it to Pirtle. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Over Jackson. And it's off the back rim. No good. Phoenix has gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. AI dishes to Jackson. Crawford passes to Patrick. Pass to Jackson. Crawford kicks to AI. Here's Bridges. Another 3 for Phoenix.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Back to White. Pass to DeRozan. From the top of the key. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Well, this is the point where you say, uh-oh, DeMar DeRozan is going to start to get rolling. This guy can impose his will.
And Holmes throws it down.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Here is Forbes. 10 points for him. Pirtle kicks to DeRozan. To the middle. Stolen by Jackson. Fast break. Here come the Suns. Crawford leading the charge. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
San Antonio's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. And the basket by DeRozan.
Well, the danger factor that DeMar DeRozan adds on the offensive end is huge. He puts a ton of pressure on the defense.
To the paint. Pirtle with the steal. Down low. Here's Bertans. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Bertans got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. The Suns on top, running away with it. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And as we head into the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Then for the Spurs, Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Pondexter. Mills comes in for Bryn Forbes. Young is subbed in for Bellinelli. We've got Devin Booker, T.J. Warren out there with Ayton. Then there's Kelly Oubre, and it's Patrick in at the 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Booker outside. The dish to AI. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. And stolen by Aldridge. Here's Young. Finished off the break. Young's got 14 points now in the second half.
And at times, it's pick your poison with Young. When he gets rolling, you are in for a long night.
Booker outside. Back to AI. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 7th assist in the game.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
Well, there's no doubt. They're really clicking. What an amazing all-around effort to take a huge lead like this late in the game.
Nice shot by Poeltl.
Very difficult to defend Jakob when he's knocking down jumpers. With his ability inside, a scary thought for any defense when he's knocking down perimeter jumpers.
Patrick passes to Warren. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Warren's got 4 points in the quarter. Spurs trail by 19. Now here's Mills. Kicks to Young. Doris, you think of all the highlight reel plays we get to see up close. We're so lucky. We feel the same way every time we sit courtside and watch one of these games. One of the most enjoyable parts about it, seeing the reactions of the guys on the bench.
They're just losing it, Kevin. They're falling down and they're bumping into each other, and then seeing the opposing bench trying to keep that poker face. They know they're not supposed to react, but sometimes the play is just so good you can't help it.
We get out of our seats, don't we? I mean, just like the players do. We get out of our seats.
Oh, no doubt. I'll stand up, wave my hands in the air. Are you kidding?
And guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Right. Frustrating for sure, Greg. I don't think they'll be able to mount a comeback at this point.
To the inside, Hedrick goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Suns lead by 19.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
Well, this is exactly how you put teams away. Late game execution leads to a tremendous win.
Young finds Mills. They double him with Booker. Young with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. Mills can't hit. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Poeltl. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
And that one misses. So we can't get either to fall. Now Murray. So it's the Suns winning easily here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Well, another win, and the streak goes on. This role has been amazing. How are you sustaining this level of play every night?
Well, that's the talent that we have, DA. Long as the effort's there, the win's going to be there, too. That's the kind of team that we got, and we believe in ourselves, and we believe in each other. It's simple as that.
You're making believers out of a lot of people around the league. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
So, does it prove that I'm a starter now? Alrighty.
AI, Griff's got some questions for you. Can you take a minute?
Oh, for Griff? Yeah, sure thing.
Thanks, AI. I was hoping you would weigh in on your team's winning streak. You guys are red hot right now with no signs of slowing down. What's gotten the team to this point, and do you see it ending anytime soon?
It's been lots of hard work, Griff. I'm talking hours spent in the practice gym. I'm talking time with the coaches, working over the game plan for each new team, each new game. But, when you got a good game plan and a team willing to put in the work, you bound for success.
Did Charlie write that one for you?
Of course not, Griff. I only speak from the heart. Come on now.
Well, congrats again on the win, and good luck trying to keep that streak alive.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Should we move on?
What you talking about? See, this is why I don't pay attention to the media that's social. 18 points, 27 assists. But I'm inconsistent. So I don't mess with people. So it's 1 right now. Yeah, let's do OKC. Wait, Are we home or away? We are home. Okay.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And it's happening out in Phoenix, where the Suns will be going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. The wins have been coming pretty steadily for the Thunder. I know it's early, but what you like about this team and these players, they've already established an identity. People have accepted their roles. They understand exactly what they're trying to achieve night in and night out. And a chance to see AI in action tonight. Not sure if the nickname is an homage to Allen Iverson or whatever. Kenny, you have any insight into this?
Well, usually you could tell by a player the way he plays or his initials, where he gets his name from. AI, it's just a mystery. For example, a guy named GJ who likes music. I get it. A guy named who's Jet, who's fast. I get it. But AI, it's a mystery.
Or a freak, if he was freakishly amazing. I've had about 50 nicknames. They've all made sense to me. But AI, you just don't know.
What's some of your best nicknames?
What's your favorite nickname? Yeah.
The Big Mocap.
I've never heard that one.
Oh, really? Where did that come from?
Can't tell you. It's a secret.
I've never heard you called the Big Mocap.
Oh.
I may have to pick up a video game and see if I can figure that out.
Nope.
Here's Kevin Harlan with the call.
I got one for you, Kenny. The Big Face Cam.
That's a great look at our location tonight. The home of the Suns here in downtown Phoenix. Everyone is in their seat here in the arena as the Suns look to grab a hometown win in Phoenix. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. This road trip for the Thunder kicking things off here in this one. Well, it's been an improvement this year over last season. They made a lot of adjustments and happy to see that they translate into some tangible results.
And so far, they've split the season series right down the middle. Now the drama starts to ramp up. Only got 2 games left against them. Can they take the advantage?
Been punch, counter punch. Each side has already seen the other team's best stuff. This is where it's going to get interesting.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, another big step for AI. He is being moved into the starting lineup. Now, you could see this coming considering the way he's been playing lately, but he didn't seem fazed by the change in status. He said he'd keep working as hard as he always has. Guys, back to you.
David, thank you for that. AI certainly has earned it.
I just don't see how anyone could be against the change. When AI is on the court, the team plays with so much more energy. I mean, really a no-brainer to make that move.
One of the interesting storylines of this young season, Brent Barry, the surprising early development of a couple rookies in the league.
Early development of rookies is a great thing for a young team because all of a sudden somebody's taking the reins. And I think coaches always appreciate when a rookie comes in, he does the work in the offseason, all that work starts to pay off. But now rookies tend to start looking towards somebody else, or the team starts looking towards that young player as somebody who may be able to handle and carry the weight of the franchise for a little while.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for Oklahoma City right now, Westbrook and Robertson, the backcourt. The forwards, George and Grant. And it's Adams in at the center position. Now here's Ayton. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Suns moving the ball around to the middle. AI kicks to Ayton. And the three off target. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. The pass to Grant. Shot clock at 5. In the corner, George with it. Adams trying to free himself up. Right side, George. Over Ayton. Goes up with it again. Phoenix grabs the miss. The last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
Offensive rebound, knocked away. Holmes with the steal. Ahead. And AI gets it to go on the assist by Booker.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true, and here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
Here's Robertson. Fires from 14. Adams' shot is off.
Defense has to feel fortunate. Somehow he missed that opportunity, and still there's no reason for them to give up that kind of open shot.
Booker the pass to Patrick. Kicks it out to Booker.
Okay.
Punches a 3. The shot comes out, and it's Oklahoma City the other way. Their last encounter was in Oklahoma City.
And unfortunately for them, they just ran into a hot shooting team and really had no answers.
This is what happens when you take nothing away defensively. Just too inactive in this game on that end of the floor. That is a good option. You could throw that ball just about anywhere, even the top of the square. Jeremy Grant ripping one off.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. The Thunder, Brent, playing with such energy, but shooting, not their strong suit.
No, one of the lower three-point percentages in the league as a team. The free throw line also last year really weird. A big-time struggle for guys who had career-low years from the free throw stripe. So tough to win big in today's game if you're not hitting threes and then not hitting the freebies.
One shot.
That free throw good from Holmes. The Suns have given shooting guard Devin Booker a say in all of the franchise's major decisions. You know, like hiring a coach, free agency, the draft. Brent, is that the right approach?
I'm not sure how much of that is true, Kevin. They might have asked, but how much are they listening to it? I'm not sure. Devin Booker does not quite have the cachet of veteran players that have played 10 or 12 years and have a lot of playoff wins under their belt, but it does feel good for him, I'm sure, to be part of the collaborative.
Impressive at using the pick and roll. Ayton slips well to the basket after setting that screen.
Thunder trailing by 4. Westbrook kicks to Robertson. He gets it in there.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble.
Phoenix with the ball, following the score by Oklahoma City. Patrick passes to Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket. Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
Yeah, even though he doesn't come up with the steal, that kind of deflection will disrupt the rhythm of this offensive possession.
And the layup fall. Ayton's got 8.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Deflects the pass, and stolen by Ayton. And the wide open shot from Warren, and the shot is long. Thunder trailing by 6. To the middle, here's Grant, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, Grant not flustered with that, staying with it around the basket, ignores the defense and scores.
AI right side, stolen by Grant. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. George has got the ball.
PG played his first 7 seasons in Indiana with the Pacers and guided them to 2 Eastern Conference Finals appearances. And that playoff PG moniker that he came up with, it holds true if you look at the numbers. And when the Pacers were about to rebuild, I think Paul George let them know that he was willing to move on to continue his career somewhere else.
Booker dishes to Warren. Pass to AI. Booker in the corner. Suns moving the ball around. Warren kicks to AI. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out to Booker. And the Suns miss again. A lot of fans in Indiana upset with Paul George for deciding to leave. Do they have a point, Brent, or is that unfair?
I think it's a little unfair, Kevin. 7 great years from Paul George. Obviously had to recover from the leg injury and came back strong. But PG wanting to go somewhere where he could win a title. And that's a decision that every player has to make. PG thought somewhere else he might have that opportunity and maybe more chances to do so.
Good work there as it goes.
Well, Paul George doesn't get up a ton on jump shots. That time elevated a little bit more and still made the J.
And Booker kicks to AI. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Blanketed by the D, he fights to the rim for the layup. Westbrook's got 5 now.
Well, Westbrook right now amped up, his volume at 11, physical enough to shake off the contact and send it home.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Russell Westbrook, passionate about the game of basketball, Brent, we know that, but fashion among his foremost interests outside the game.
Yeah, the honor the gift fashion line, which, you know, Kevin, you and I don't think we have much in our closets from that, but got to respect it. Fearless, not only on the court, but off the court in some of the attire that Russell Westbrook brings to the game.
A moment now to see the numbers for Russell Westbrook. Averaging 29 points per game, 8 assists, and 9 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome.
Now, here's AI.
Oh, come on.
Standing game against San Antonio. Shoots from 12, and it's George missing.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
In the corner, it's AI. To the paint, it's tipped. Ayton lays it up and banks it in. He's got 10.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
Westbrook finds George. Back to Westbrook. over AI. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. And the Thunder lead by 1.
The mid-range jumper of Westbrook, one of the more important shots in his arsenal. When he gets to that area, the confidence grows.
Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Westbrook leading the charge. George with the bucket.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And the Suns call time. Let's talk about team defense, Brent. To develop trust, it seems like guys have got to communicate on the floor.
I talk to my friends often who ask me about playing an NBA game and playing defense. They first start with saying that I didn't play any, but the second thing we get to, Kevin, is talking about really how intricate good defenses can be. You talk about communication, that's one thing, but throughout the course of the season, you build so much sweat equity on defense and trust by knowing that somebody's going to be behind you, hearing that voice consistently, but positions on the floor where you almost develop play sets as a defensive team. Now, when you reach that level, that's the upper echelon, but that's when it really gets fun to be down on that end, to shut a team down, to keep a crowd quiet. Defense always begins with great communication.
So many things, rotations and playing angles, and having the guy in back, you know what you can do well, what you can't do well if you're ahead of him.
Well, that, Kevin, and also great teams who are adaptable to make changes on the fly. All of a sudden, a dead ball, coach calls out a different coverage. You want to mess up the team's rhythm on the other end, and 5 guys, they snap to it and can carry out that defensive assignment in one play call. That's great defense.
Westbrook can't get it to go. Suns have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Jackson, that's good.
I like to see Jackson with these kind of plays, getting into the paint and then getting a little bit more creative with the scoring opportunity.
Down low. And it's Noel missing.
And a little frustration now, missing on the catch and flush.
Sometimes the easy play is the right play. You take a chance when you go for that big finish.
Now here's Westbrook after the miss from Crawford. Lets it go from deep. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That is his first foul of the game. George passes to Westbrook. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Outside, George passes it to Adams. The 11-footer. That one off the back iron and out. Suns have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. So for Oklahoma City right now, the forwards, George and Grant. Westbrook and Robertson, the backcourt. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. Out to the right wing. In the corner, George with it. A three-pointer off the mark.
He sunk that 3 in the first. It's yet to make another one.
Here's Warren. He nails it, and we're tied up. Warren's got his first points of the game.
You don't want to give T.J. Warren, who's a gifted scorer, that kind of positioning. You're just gifting him points.
And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his first foul. Here's Robertson, outside for George. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. And let's take a look at the playmaking here. This chart with the assist totals split between the front court and the back court tonight for Phoenix.
And their guards are taking on the majority of the passing and assisting for the team. Just as you might expect, the bigs doing their part by getting to good spots inside and making themselves available.
AI with it. Westbrook picks him up. Holmes, good. Holmes got 5 points so far.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the dunk by Robertson.
Well, Westbrook keeping his options open on that possession, doesn't force the shot, and finds a man breaking free.
The Suns have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Kicks it out to Booker. AI outside. Stolen by Grant. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Man, you see his eyes? Westbrook never getting off the rim there, and he has the focus to absorb the contact and still convert.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
So interesting with Russell Westbrook, never really touted or championed growing up, but if you go to UCLA, you have to be halfway decent, don't you, Kevin? 5'8" stick figure back in high school and came off the bench his freshman year at UCLA, and I just don't think anybody saw what was coming out of Russell Westbrook, but we're appreciating it now.
And you heard the story. Westbrook showed up for a basketball camp in Atlanta. His name wasn't on the list. He had to sit in the lobby for 4 hours before they let him in.
That story is hard to believe. Obviously not a blue-chip recruit, and I don't think that Russell Westbrook ever thought about seeing himself in the NBA at any point, was just hoping to get a scholarship. And that second season at UCLA opened up some eyes about just how athletic and explosive he could be. Here we are today.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Bridges kicks to AI. Trying to find Holmes. Gets it to him. Pass to Patrick. Booker outside. Shoots the 3. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Well, if Booker gets that kind of room out there, he's got the green light. He's had it since he came in the league.
And the pass to Adams. An easy 2 points on the layup.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Patrick. In the corner, it's Bridges. AI outside. Booker the pass to Patrick. Just 5 to shoot. The Suns need to get a shot off. Bangs home the trifecta. Warren's got 5.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. 4-point game. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. That's tipped. They get it back.
Well, love the aggressive play here from Adams. He gets the shot he wants, and now another opportunity to challenge himself at the free throw line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low number.
That one is no good.
Steven Adams, the kind of guy who on a nightly basis is so appreciated by the star players on the team, and certainly the coaching staff, just doing dirty work, setting screens, scoring on the inside, being a physical presence. And he's taken some strides, I think, Kevin, offensively, being able to score sometimes out of the box.
Suns leading by 3. Inside, Holmes uses the glass to finish the layup. Holmes got 7 now in this quarter.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Here's Robertson. His last outing, he had 8 points. And Westbrook, here we go. That one goes. Count it. 15 points in the game.
More power of Westbrook shown there. Not many guys can finish through contact like that.
Booker outside. Launches it. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Yeah, they're relying on their 3-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Thunder trailing by 6. Robertson finds Westbrook. Double team on Westbrook. From the arc. Bridges with the board. Phoenix has gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. And Holmes throws it down.
Booker finding the open man that time, trying to get his teammates going.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. You know, Brent, when you think of Devin Booker, you immediately think scoring. But he's become, as time goes on, an excellent facilitator as well.
Well, I think he's learning to do that, Kevin, because of the playing time that he's getting. And the defenses that he has seen in the early part of his career have been quite unique. You know, 2 out of the first 3 years that he played in the NBA, he's averaging over 20 points. So the passing part of his game, the more feel part of his game, it's coming along nicely.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. So far, they've got the 4th best record in the conference. And, of course, the Suns, they're 4th in the conference.
And, you know, for the Thunder, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
They still had enough players take positive steps forward to call this season a success. Maybe they're not at the top of the standings where they'd hope they'd be, but they're in really good position in terms of the playoff picture.
Here's Patrick, pass to Holmes. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Thunder trailing by 8. Robertson kicks to Westbrook. High, arcing shot, and there it is for him. Westbrook's got 7 now in this quarter.
Defense predicated on stopping Russell at the rim, but then he uses that body control and a little bit of touch to float one over you.
Stolen by Adams. Robertson the pass to George. Westbrook, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And now it's just a 4-point Phoenix lead.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
This is sort of the joust of the NBA where the aggressive player, more often than not, wins out.
Oklahoma City's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. And that one, good. Westbrook's got 21 in the game.
You know, he has single-handedly helped them carve into this lead thanks to his scoring in the quarter.
Here's Patrick to the middle. Here's Warren. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Thunder trailing by 4. Robertson finds Westbrook. Adams down low. Guarded by Holmes. Goes back up. And there's the nice layup by Adams. Adams has got 9 points.
Adams, such a physical presence out there on the glass. This is how he gets a lot of his points.
And the Suns call time. Brent, we're seeing a number of superstars sign shorter contracts with early opt-outs. Why have we seen that trend?
Well, I think in some of those cases, the players are knowing that the opportunity for a larger cap in the successive years, they want the opportunity to maximize their earning potential. So seeing a Kevin Durant or a LeBron James sign a 1-year deal or a 1+1, it gives them the opportunity to cash in a year later for the type of contract that they deserve, the maximum contract allowable.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Ayton, he's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Jackson comes in for Warren. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Bridges. And it's Crawford in for Booker. AI outside. Shot from 12. And that one's good, Ayton. He's got 14.
And the all-around offensive game Ayton has is just fantastic. Capable of scoring in many different ways.
Westbrook kicks to Felton. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Passes it to Patterson. To the middle. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Patterson. Westbrook's got it all tied up now for the Thunder. Here's Patrick. He feeds it to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. So here's Westbrook. He picked up 27 points in their last win against New York.
It felt like in that game, too, he was a man on a mission defensively. Finishing up with 4 steals is an impressive feat. And you can tell he takes pride in that part of the game.
And this will be his 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here. The Thunder last season assembling a big 3 of Russell Westbrook, Paul George, and Carmelo Anthony didn't mesh, Brent, like they had hoped. In your opinion, what went wrong?
Well, a bit of a down season in terms of the scoring for Melo, but reasons for that, just not as many opportunities and playing outside along the three-point line. The biggest damage last year was the Roberson injury. It felt like in December the OKC team started to find its stride, and Roberson going out of the lineup, there just wasn't enough of the depth on that roster to make up the difference for them defensively, and OKC never really seemed to find its footing or confidence again.
Here's Ayton. No good on the last second attempt there. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's the Thunder up by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, what's the most important thing for you offensively so far?
Just trying to stay in attack mode, man. Moving the ball. You know, they force you to make the extra pass, and guys doing a good job of that tonight. Just try to come out and give my team some energy.
Russell, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game. He has been everywhere.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, he has been dominant as we expected coming into this one. Skilled and relentless.
Booker and Warren on the perimeter. Ayton is out there with Holmes, and it's Patrick in at the point. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
And you figured it was just a matter of time, but Coach finally made the call to move AI into that starting lineup. You get the feeling that this was just an inevitable step in his development.
Greg, you've said yourself that he looks ready to lead, and the team feels the same way as they not only view him as a starter, but also as a long-term piece of their franchise.
Adams has his struggles at the free throw line, but he's making strides in that area and still has work to do.
Suns trail by 3. Outside Warren. Booker outside. A 3-ball. Good on the triple. Booker's got 11.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
And George gets it to go.
Paul George showing his offensive confidence right there, just letting that one go as soon as it touches his hands.
Patrick passes to Booker. And here is Holmes. Booker with no one around, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
Man, sharp here to start the half. That's 3 in a row.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They lead by 1. Here's George, and it's Grant in the corner. Offline with his 3. Paul George with the steal. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Monday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Golden State Warriors.
Take a break. And for that game against the Nuggets, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
The first one falls.
Well, the Suns with just 21 wins last season. That's the second worst record in franchise history. This is a very proud franchise. So only their inaugural season as an expansion team in the NBA back in 1969 was worse. Brighter days for the Suns ahead.
And George drops them both. And those 21 wins, not the way the Suns were hoping to celebrate their 50th anniversary.
No, not at all. By scoring margin, it was the worst season that they had in their history. So the games were not all that close. So they lost by an average of 9 a game last year. I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half.
Booker against Westbrook. Down low, Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Unselfish play there from Westbrook. A great scorer off of the pick and roll, this time setting up his teammate.
Gets the bucket and the foul. Steven Adams picks one up.
Got to give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Phoenix shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Markieff Morris is checked in for Oklahoma City. Free throw, no good for AI.
What's the saying? If you're going to lose big. A lot of teams adopting that strategy again last season, the final year before the lottery odds are going through some new machinations and a bit of a change. The Suns, though, they kind of took the cake last year and ended up with the #1 pick.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Outside Warren. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And the Suns, all those draft picks, bringing in some help. And Brent, they needed it.
Yeah, they're going to need that help quickly in order to compete. But with a new coach and a new language down there, it's going to be interesting how much both the front office, the coaching staff, and these players latch on to a new path for the Suns to get themselves competitive as quickly as possible.
Back to Westbrook. 6 to shoot. From deep. Phoenix grabs the miss. Booker's got his 5th rebound in this one. AI kicks to Holmes. And another assist for him. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Adams outside. Pass to Robertson. Here's Morris. That one wide left.
The defense, not so good. And when you're deep inside like that, you got to come through. That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
Thunder trailing by 3. Here's Adams, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got assist number 8 now on the night. The Suns have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Here's Patrick, changes up. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Patterson no good on the free throw. Patrick Patterson, a veteran forward out of Kentucky, had some of his best years, Brent, playing with the Toronto Raptors.
He's a real difference maker for them, coming off the bench and being able to stretch out offensive possessions, shot the ball incredibly well, high efficiency from there. And that's why the advanced stats, I think that the general manager of Oklahoma City thought that Patterson, as an addition here, could help out their offense and give them some punch off the bench.
And Grant sends it back.
Grant's got some verts. I mean, it's all out there, especially effective on getting to the shooters and making an impact.
And Josh Jackson picks up the foul. That's his 1st foul. .137 left in the 3rd. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. AI dishes to Jackson. Oubre passes to Patrick, doubled by Felton. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Oklahoma City leading by 5. Knocks it loose. And stolen by AI. A finish. And AI throws it down.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Well, this team now has to settle in right here and have a great possession without getting so aggressive that you compound your mistake.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. And that one's good, Ayton. 44 seconds left to play in the third. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 4-point game. Now here's Felton. He's guarded by AI. George, no good.
And lots of credit for the team around him. They're picking up the slack here tonight. They just can't buy a bucket right now.
AI with the bucket.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
Oklahoma City has gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. Now Felton. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. Back to George. Over Crawford. And the miss. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Thunder lead by 2. 2K Sports, back to Phoenix after this. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
Hold your ground. Don't let him back your way in. Just hold your ground. The other thing, too, is once he picks the ball up, he's not going to shoot it. If he does, just stay down on him.
Well, I like the way the Donovan's conveying that scouting report to his guys.
I mean, knowing how your opponent plays is important, and I think he's on point on this one.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Patrick Patterson is out there with Nerlens Noel. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Grant. Then it's Felton in at the point guard position. So it's the Thunder now. The lead is 2. George against Crawford. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fade away. George missing again. The Suns shooting fantastically in this game. 62% from the floor. Holmes finds Jackson. And the rejection by Noel.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
To tie it up. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Outside, George. Now the pass to Felton. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Yeah, it's a tough call, but he has to be better in avoiding contact on that play. That's his 5th foul, and one more. It'll be hitting the showers.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Pass to Holmes. Crawford outside to take the lead. And again, it's the Suns missing. George against Crawford. And George kicks to Patterson. Out left to the wing. No one near Felton as he lets it go. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. It's Crawford with the drive, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Robertson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City.
And Josh Jackson, the 4th pick in that 2017 draft out of Kansas, a hyper-athletic 6'8", and he's got the handles, I think, to become a terrific slasher in the league.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And Jackson plays with a great motor. He's got some grit in his game.
I mean, he's a competitor. I mean, plays with that chip on both shoulders. But give me a guy who cares. As a coach, better to have guys you need to rein in rather than those you have to kind of force to be aggressive.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. He said, hey, guys, we haven't played well at all tonight, but we're still in this thing. Let's just get a couple of baskets. We can take control. Guys, we'll see if they listen to it.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Henry, he kicks it to Oubre. Passes to Holmes. Yes, and the foul. That's on Patrick Patterson.
Now he's torching the D right now, hitting a high percentage of all the shots he's let fly.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Raymond Felton. That free throw good from Holmes.
Russell Westbrook with 2 straight seasons, 2, of averaging a triple-double. This is a feat that we thought we would never see again, and Russell backed up the one campaign with another. Just remarkable stuff.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
And that's what we're seeing more and more. Point guards who can finish as well as they make the play.
And the Thunder placing so much, Brent, on Westbrook's shoulders. It's asking a lot.
It's asking a lot. I'm not sure how much Russell actually feels it. He just goes out and continues to put up just staggering, eye-popping numbers. And to get where they want to go, I think they're going to have to find a way to complement him in some way. And he's going to have to trust in those teammates in order to push the envelope a bit.
Thunder trailing by 3. Westbrook passes to George. Over Oubre, and there's George. That's good on the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got 9 assists now tonight. Suns have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Patrick passes to Jackson. Count the basket. And the Suns lead by 3.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
And Patterson kicks to Robertson. Outside Westbrook. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Holmes.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from 3-point range.
And another assist for him. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammate.
Grant surveying the D. Inside. Here's Patterson. Rebound by the Suns. Holmes got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Oubre. Back to AI. To the left side wing. Oubre dishes to AI. Clock at 6. And there's the pass to Holmes. Then 10 for 14 with this miss, now shooting 71% from the floor. And it's time for an injury report. And let's get an injury update on Nerlens Noel with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Oklahoma City. It's not what anyone wanted to hear, as it sounds like it's a severe injury. He'll be sidelined for the rest of this game, and it doesn't look like he'll be back on the court anytime soon. Very bad news. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Was really hoping for better news than that, but that does not sound encouraging.
Yeah, we always think about when players go down, how terrible a blow it can be for the team. We wish him well and hope he's on the floor quickly.
He misses the free.
And the Suns have never won an NBA title. It's amazing for such a proud and storied franchise. Just one trip to the finals since the merger back in 1993. That was when they lost to the Chicago Bulls.
Warren's checked in for the Suns. Devin Booker comes in for Jamal Crawford. Here's Robertson, guarded by Jackson. Robertson kicks to George. Here's Adams. Rebound by the Suns. Booker's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Jackson passes to Patrick. It's deflected, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Phoenix. They'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Wednesday, they'll go up against the Bulls in Chicago.
And Kevin, they've been doing exactly what you need to do when you're at home, and that is pile up the wins. It won't be easy to continue that out on the road, but at least they have some momentum.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
The three from George. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Patrick, stolen by Grant. Here's Robertson, looking for George. He gets it there. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
You know, great body control there. George, tremendous athlete, takes the hit, and he makes that one count.
And Phoenix making a change here. Ayton's checked in. Timeout called, the Suns.
And you look back at that 2012 finals, the Thunder lost in 5 games to the Heat. And you looked at that young talent, Durant, Westbrook, Harden, now all MVP award winners, along with Serge Ibaka, a young, talented, energetic Serge Ibaka, and it felt like there was a team that was going to rule the West for a very long time.
To the paint, it's stolen by Adams. Doubled by Patrick. Robertson finds Westbrook to tie it up. The kick out to Adams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Westbrook can't get it to go. And the Thunder trading away Harden in the summer of 2012. Brent unable to agree on a contract extension.
Well, OKC agreed on the contract. James Harden did not. And that's sort of the line in the sand that was drawn. And the salary cap jumping up in subsequent seasons, they just had bad timing in terms of the frugality of what they offered up to James Harden. It's a decision that we talk about a lot. It's revisionist history, but you know, at the time it was the move that OKC made, and I can't really argue with it.
There's the double team with Westbrook. Holmes can't get it to go in. Oklahoma City trailing. Here's Robertson. Grant outside. Adams in the high post. For 3, Westbrook. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got 7 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
The shot's good.
Now, Booker has a bit of that Klay Thompson in him. It feels like when he gets going like this, he can be very, very dangerous.
Thunder trailing by 3. Robertson kicks to Westbrook. And count it from 19 feet away. Westbrook's got 34 points.
Yeah, competing hard down the stretch. He wants the ball. That time, he delivers.
He's a dangerous scorer in general, but there he zeroes in on what matters most.
AI outside. Over in the corner, Warren. Clock at 4. 20 feet out. AI kicks to Holmes. Back to AI. A second chance effort. Pass to Holmes. And another assist for him.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
He has been a sensational playmaker. Now here's Westbrook. He's tightly guarded. Robertson dishes to Westbrook. Double team on Westbrook. Over AI. That one doesn't go. So Phoenix will take it the other way.
Oh, come on.
Here's Robertson, defended by Booker. Outside, George. Grant kicks to Westbrook. Here's Holmes. Some solid defense from Grant.
Well, the D did their job there. Excellent contest to alter the close ranger.
Now here's Westbrook. He's guarded by AI. Some solid defense from Patrick.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Booker in the corner. AI outside. The dish to Ayton. Adams, some nice D. Thunder trailing by 3. The shot by George, wide open. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Grant's got 4 points in the quarter.
Wow, Jeremy Grant, the evolution will be televised. Phenomenal at staying cool and collected in that big moment.
Shoots, and Adams sends it back. Here's Robertson, defended by Booker. And there's the foul.
Shit!
It'll go on AI. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And that is a huge call. That is not who they...
So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. And we'll see you next time.
Oh, this is not going to happen again. I'm going to let you know right now.
Yo, have y'all gotten any word about the MJ golf tournament this year?
Alrighty then, I'm gonna just stop it right here. Continue sometime during the week. This is Obi-Wan signing out. Thank you, take care, and I'll see you for the next trip.